MacDonald, and I'm going to tell you a story called Not Our Problem. It's a folktale told in Burma and Thailand, and I put it in a book I wrote called Peace Tales, World Folktales to Talk About, and also in a book that my daughter and my son-in-law and I wrote called Teaching with Story. So you can find it in either one of those. Not our problem. The king and his advisor sat eating honey on puffed rice. A drop of honey fell from the king's mouth onto the windowsill, and the advisor said, Your Majesty, should I clean that up? And the king said, Oh no, it's not our problem. The servant will get it. The drop of honey dribbled down and fell off the windowsill onto the ground below the palace, and a fly began to eat the honey, and a gecko ran out and began to eat the fly. And the advisor said, Oh, Your Majesty, the drop of honey that fell from your mouth has now fallen to the ground under the palace, and a fly ate it, and now a gecko is eating the fly that ate the honey that fell from your mouth. And the king said, Well, it's not our problem. Just then, a cat ran out, jumped on the gecko, and began to eat the gecko, and a dog ran out and attacked the cat, and the dog and the cat began to fight. The advisor said, Oh, Your Majesty, the drop of honey that fell from your mouth was eaten by a fly, who was eaten by a gecko, who was eaten by a cat, and a dog has attacked the cat, and they are fighting under the palace. Well, said the king, it is not our problem. Just then, the woman who owned the cat saw the dog attacking her cat. She grabbed her broom and began to beat the dog. The man who owned the dog saw the woman beating the dog. He ran out and began to beat the woman. Now there were two people fighting under the palace. Oh, Your Majesty, the drop of honey that fell from your mouth, a fly ate it, a gecko ate the fly, a cat ate the gecko, a dog attacked the cat, a woman beat the dog, a man is beating her. There are two people fighting under the palace. I should go. No, said the king, it is not our problem. The woman's friends saw her being attacked by that man. They went out and began to beat on the man. The man's friends saw him being attacked by the woman's friends, and they began to beat on the woman's friends, and now there was a whole fist fight going on under the palace. Your Majesty, the drop of honey that fell from your mouth, well, my goodness, a fly ate the honey, a gecko ate the fly, a cat ate the gecko, a dog attacked the cat, a woman attacked the dog, a man attacked her, her friends attacked him, his friends attacked her, they are fighting. A whole group of people are fighting under the palace. We'd better go and do something about it. No, said the king, it is not our problem. Just then the soldiers were marching through town. They saw the fight and they ran to break it up. But when they heard the issues, some took the woman's side, some took the man's side. They began to argue among themselves. They began to fight among themselves. And in the fight, someone drew a pistol and fired a shot, and a civil war broke out. And in the war, the palace caught fire and burnt to the ground. The king and the advisor stood in the ashes. And the king said to his advisor, You know, I think that drop of honey was our problem.